friends, fiends, and, personal assistant, I guess he's around here somewhere. When last we spoke, the party started making preparations for the Taslin's upcoming date with Max. She got fitted for a new dress, and the fellas went to the Wistful Wang Doodle to find a specific item. It was there that they heard some erratic prophecy and made a deal with the proprietor. We pick up right as they make their way back to rejoin Taslin. Let's see what happens next in these Demon Days.
So without too much difficulty, you zig and you zag, and you get your way back to a Taste of Fae. And you find, as you get back in there, Teslin is reclothed, and Parrish has got a basic structure of this outfit ready to go. She just needs to fine-tune it. This will take the rest of the day and night, and I want to flourish it a little bit if you trust me. And everything that she's done so far gives you a suggestion that you're going to get what you want. Thank you. It has been a pleasure to work with you. We should do this again soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Happy to.
I quite like your style. Maybe I'll come around for a piece at some point.
Indeed. She actually walks up and looks over and...
Yeah, look me up and down. Look,
yeah.
Get a piece of the whole. The sash is small, but it's tight.
She does lightly touch your shoulder to turn you, so she can get a look at the way the suit.
I'll let her turn me all around.
Yeah, and there's even just a nice little.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As she turns you around, and then
look, feels good to be appreciated. That's all I'm saying.
Very nice. Anyways. This was great. This was the challenge I needed. But yes, the next morning, please stop by again, and I'll have it for you. All wrapped in a nice presentation.
Wonderful.
Great.
Thank you. All right, I will let you be. I've got work to do. And she kind of leans and takes the new outfit back with her into the back room.
Have fun.
Undoubtedly. And yeah, she kind of leaves you guys be. Then.
All right, so we'll step outside, and I'll immediately kind of pull.
As the last of you step out of the door does shut, and the store turns to closed. Just almost impossible because she was so far down into the room. But suddenly the door closed, and her hand was twisting it in there. So there's a bit of a natural face speed, yeah. And you guys are back out in the city. And it is about evening, 6-ish.
All right, well.
How was your little adventures?
Jesus Christ. Well, ran into your friend Becky Sadness. Yeah. She immediately started singing a little song about us. Is that a thing she does?
Well,
Red Devil's Revenge, 3-sided coin.
That's not a thing that I've heard, but definitely that's a thing she does.
Pirate ships. Game of Topple the Tower.
Thrones.
Well, no, she very specifically told me to tell you. What is it? There's a pirate ship, a raven, and a throne. But for whom?
Well, I mean, it's very clear 3-sided revenge is us.
Yeah. But just the whole tale, the whole shooting match is giving away the company's store.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Taslin, if you have if you want to do a history check, you can clarify a point that
I,
because he's worried that she's going to sell the store.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
21.
21. In all your time visiting her store, you've never heard the same thing twice, and that every time she said it, she's had difficulty repeating it.
Mm-hmm.
As if it was just something that she lost track of. She said it, but she didn't say it. So there is a level where it's just ramblings that make sense to you, and that's about it.
I mean, her brain
is broken.
Not broken. It just functions differently. It's very wistful.
Like a radio tower.
It's wistful.
Yeah,
and
like a wang doodle or whatever the fuck.
I mean, you saw the house, like, wistful. So it's not, I don't think you have to worry about it. A lot of times it comes and goes and it doesn't come back. So
here's the thing. Let's hope. Partly because, well, it shouldn't be an issue because I bought the interaction from her.
smart.
Two, Yewsiff's new pals that Kiki happened to spot were in the Wang Doodle asking about him. So, about a day ago. Yeah. Where were we? I'm trying to remember.
About a day ago, we were in the cabinet.
Yeah, we were in the cabinet and then we were at the carnival.
And then we were at the house.
So,
There's a good chance they took down Kiki on the way back from
we were coming back from the
talking
carnival.
with her. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do we? If we've got a night, right?
Night and a day.
Yeah. Do we try to hunt them down a bit? I don't like. This is now 2 random encounters with 2 people that we've randomly run into, where these people have gotten there either simultaneously or somehow first, and that puts us a step behind. I'd love to try to get us a step out front. So, Yewsiff, first off, I mean, and again, we'll like just stay kind of tucked into a quiet space.
Yeah.
What does hit squads look like? What does this team look like? How do they operate? What's the plan?
Is this something that you want to take care of now? Are we equipped to take care of it now?
Yewsiff, do a history check.
7. I didn't really get to see how they operate. I left before I was actually a part of the team.
On your 7, yeah, you get about that. And just that if Kania is going to do something along these lines, chances are they're going to put a lot of oomph behind it. That's about what your 7 will get you.
Yeah, it's a. It sounds like very rarely does the guard work alone, especially in in situations not in the dukedom. What is Kania? I suppose it's kingdom.
Right. So here's the thing. Right.
When they're out in force, they're in force.
Sure.
Not as much as the Hellfire Riders, but.
So you're a military man, and I came up under Tiamat, and here's the thing, right? You go about this business, you go into a place that's not your own, and you probably go about things 2 ways, right? You either stop, wait, get out in front of somebody, find a spot where they're comfortable and have their guard down, and you jump them there. That's thing 1, right? Thing 2, which is even something that we ended up doing with Furry Face. What's his fuck? Melanthar. Yeah.
I knew who you were talking about.
You track someone, right? You let someone think that they're looking for you, when they laid breadcrumbs, where you end up following them back to a place where they've set up some manner of ambush, right? So, I know we're talking ourselves. I'm talking my own self, and here into a bit of a circle. But what do you think? Which one of these is the case? Should we go looking for them, or should we go somewhere and let them find us?
Do they know about us or just you?
Him. Well, the only thing that we heard from Becky Sadness was your name.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kiki
kind of looks at Fetter. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
What if we... It's not quite a bait and switch, but if they only know about him and they don't know about us, we can trick them? We're
going to be in a public place tomorrow. Anyway.
No. If we want to handle this now, like, we can get word out that, like, we have you. We will trade you. And if they don't know that we're on your side, like, it's easy enough to have them meet up with us, get information, ambush them, take them by surprise, what have you, if they believe that we are going to be on their benefit. benefit them. Not quite their side, but benefit them.
True. But something tells me they've been asking around and they've gotten pretty damn close, theoretically, just by the fact that they've had 2 random occurrences with people that we've also had interactions with. Would they find us that quick, or, I mean, should we? I'm just had a thought. I'm intrigued. What if we don't spend the night in the castle tonight? Right? Where better? As much as I'd love to think that Hoos is up to the challenge, why not perhaps fortify ourselves, surrounded fully by the entire power of the Dominion, that says things and also doesn't say things that I think would also be very beneficial to us. And perhaps if they got word, and let's make no secret of us going to the tower. Let's not play our little dance of cross the square. Let's walk straight up to the lift, prominently at magic hour here in a bit, ride it right up, ask for my aunt, and then spend the night in her good graces, surrounded by the King's Guard.
The problem with that is, if we make ourselves that known, Bonham's going to see. Like, right now, we're under his nose. But if it's made a big deal of, if it's out in the open, proclaimed, word will get to him.
Who are you more worried about?
For me, the Blackguard. For the gnomes that are already locked in seclusion under the ground doing slave labor, Bonham.
Do you want to handle this now, or do you want to handle it later?
I mean, I got an itch, but it's your scratch and post. You know what I mean?
I mean, problem solved is a problem solved. If we do it now, I'm fine with it.
All right, then. A bit of... I'm happy to craft endless machinations. I just kind of need to know what your thought is as far as trying to get out in front of this thing. Or behind it.
Where else could we go in town?
I mean, we know that... we could always try to pick up a track from...
I mean, also, you have to think, there were 4 of them. Now there's only 3, right?
Other way, there were 5, but now there's 4.
4.
The statement was a hand of 5 was now 4, and then one of the thumb was a stone.
So there's 4 left.
Yeah, which also, we have a stony friend sitting at home in our garden.
The place where we have the most advantage would be Hoos.
Yeah?
It's also quiet there.
I don't think Hoos really appreciates us fighting in him.
Yeah, he was a little squeaked out.
Right. I was thinking we draw them in, not be there, and then just tell them to eat.
I think that doesn't bode well for my family's house.
It's not a house.
Yeah, it's a creature
Yeah.
that 4 of the Blackguard, I think, could easily dispatch. I think there's a world where we could have easily dispatched it.
Probably.
Head down into that basement, dig around. I'm sure there's some sort of big glowy thing, and you stab it till it stops glowing.
Yewsiff, this is my city. Like, yes, I've been gone for enough time, but it hasn't changed all that much. This is whether we go to the sink, whether we head back in towards the inn that we were staying at.
What do you suggest?
Or, Moon Petal, do you need to deal with any of your business?
Can we kill that, please?
What,
I'd
Moon
love
Petal?
to. I'd love to. I think that's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's not... No. That's not a name... Ugh. I hate that name.
Yeah, it's totally off-brand.
But, like, you're supposed to have a rendezvous yourself, am I?
Yeah, I will have to do that. So...
Is that tonight?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we're already booked for the next 2 evenings, so let's just put this on the back burner. If we run into them, we'll deal with it then.
All right.
Okay. I mean, if you want it handled now, I can make it handled now, or we can just wait.
What time's your date?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, curtains generally, sundown.
No. I mean, the thing you have to meet up with tonight.
Around midnight, I guess.
Well, I mean, I suppose there's plenty of time to do it now, then. It's only, what, like 4 or 5?
It's about 7-ish by about now, as you're walking around.
Go catch a bite and a drink. You and I set up across the way. Place with a decent view. I mean, if that's how you want to play it. Or we all go together.
I mean, word can get to anyone at any time in the city from anywhere with the right incentive and the right price.
Sure.
All I would have to do is grab a certain somebody, give them a few coins, and chill out for a little while.
Okay, so where do we want them to find us?
The sink would be the best place for me.
All right.
I know it very well.
Do we risk edging into the carnival at all?
If the carnival is threatened, Nax's people will defend it.
Right, but is that a card you want to play yet? We're still trying to get Nax to sort this other thing out. Just puts him more in our debt.
It might be worth it as a if things are going bad.
We head to the carnival.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you two have a think about that. Let's think on the way. We need to find a jeweler before the shops close up, because you got your fancy glove, but you got nothing put in it.
Oh, I have something to put in it. And he draws his sword and snaps his fingers.
Oh, I thought you were trying to put a diamond in there so you could resurrect one of us.
No, I want to be able to take this into the theater tomorrow.
Oh,
Wait, what?
yeah.
I've got a date too.
I just stop and I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
I've got a date too.
With what? With who?
Our hostess.
How?
I'm just you fucking dumbass. Just Feder is just not making eye contact with either of you and trying to figure out how to save this. You stupid son of a bitch.
I stop for a second and like wheels are turning and I just go, Feder,
What?
this is your doing, isn't it?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Let's see. Deception.
How?
3 stealth disadvantage +1.
How would your lovely aunt have even known to invite Yewsiff? Like,
Listen. While you were getting your clothing sorted, one of the things, and again, not a big deal. I wasn't trying to draw any attention to it. Fee did reach out to me and said that she wanted Yewsiff's company for the theater tomorrow night. I didn't think it was a big deal. Myself, I'll probably be at the cabinet tomorrow. I'm going to be hanging out drinking.
Roll contested.
Let's go, motherfucker!
insight?
Good catch. Rogue shit there.
That's a 22.
27.
Somehow, the city right now is just pure silence. As time slows down to about 6 seconds here of just, yeah.
All right, fine.
So he reached out to you.
All right, fucking fine. Fine. You owe me.
I owe what? I'm taking your aunt on a date.
And this is like the most just like...
You.
As soon as Tasselin looks away from Yewsiff, he just kind of smiles like,
You.
sorry.
You dumbass.
Look, being sneaky is your bit, okay? I'm not sneaky.
I should have never involved you in this. So, listen.
So please
The
explain
most
yourself.
noble of intentions, flashing eyes at Yewsiff.
Yes, go on.
This motherfucker obviously is either trying to woo you, which, whatever, fine. But the downside of it is he's trying to fucking parade you in front of all of your enemies and anyone that might be trying to kill you and anyone that you might owe something. Any of them. And at this point, there's a giant target on you, there's a giant target on him, so, I maybe devised a little scheme that would have involved Fee and Yewsiff and maybe a +1 going to the theater to keep an eye on you. Again, I'm not going to fuck your deal up. I don't fuck other people's deals up. But we're in the room, and I can at least keep an eye on you, which is better than the alternative. That's it.
You coming is not an issue. In fact, I would have loved to know that you were coming, because it was one of those things that not only do I really enjoy it when you come, but I also like it
false.
when you're around. It would have been a wonderful comfort of mine. It would have been, I can't even describe the feeling that it would have been, but the issue that I have.
It would have made you feel good because you care about each other.
Shut up. Shush, 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 shush.
As he looks at both of them.
Shush. Yewsiff.
What, I'm right?
This
I know.
is your problem.
I know. I'll take full burden of this. For you two telling each other that you finally care about each other, I'm fine with that.
Yewsiff, face the wall.
What wall? We're outside.
Go to a corner
wall.
and face
Put
the
your
wall.
nose.
There's like 10, 15 feet away. There's like
Put
a
your little
fountain.
Pooh Bear nose into the wall.
He walks over to the fountain and sits down.
Yeah. He's about like 10, 15 feet away. Just
You see his hooves just kind of swinging.
Okay.
But you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me. You kept it a secret, and I would have had to just found out by seeing you there.
Listen, I'm very
Surprise!
you hear like, yeah, just 15 feet away, like, surprise.
Hooves just swinging. His hands are folded together.
Sweet dumb boy. So here's the thing. I believe, deep in my heart, that you're fully capable of completely handling your own shit. This is your town. This is your past. I wanted to be there, but not be there. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Like, I only if shit went sideways. I wasn't gonna make a big thing. I wasn't gonna parade myself around. I didn't buy a new suit. I didn't buy anything fancy. I was just gonna be little old me, hanging out in the back, while you had the best night of your life, and I got to watch from a distance, which was not, hey, it's fine. It's good. It's all fine. I just wanted to be there for you. So, I get it. I see what I did. I understand. Should have maybe tossed it by you. But, I didn't want to, I didn't want to make your shit with Nax muddied by your shit with me. I wanted you to think about it with a clear head. I wanted you to be able to do what you needed to do at the theater without worrying about me. Does that make sense? But I also wanted to be there in case you needed us. That's all. So yes, I get it. Yes. So this is... I apologize. I should have, yes. We scheme together. That's what we do.
So I just kind of cross my arms and lean back, and I go, Fenner, Francis, my dear.
Oh, Jesus.
So
You get bonus points if you could go the whole...
So sad I can't
If you
hear
could do
anything.
the whole name.
I rolled a 4 on my perception. I can't hear what they're saying.
I can't do the full name, but I'm refraining from throwing out the last name here.
Oh, sure.
You owe me.
I do, yes.
And you are now not so much at the party, maybe at the party. We'll see. But you now owe me a date. In close proximity
Uh-huh.
with Nax.
Okay. Deal. Just not guaranteed a bottom.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
I'm just saying. I'll switch it up, just maybe not for him.
You hear Yewsiff's hooves clapping against the stone of the fountain. Just
Okay, so then,
And you, Yewsiff?
you dumbass.
what? I can't hear you. I'm far. I'm very far
Come
away.
back.
You're
Get
15
your-
feet away. You're one less than your passive.
Get over here.
He hops down and walks over. Yes.
You
Uh-huh.
also owe me
Why?
because you were in on this.
Yeah. I know. I was there.
And you did not tell me either.
Well, no, I didn't want to ruin the mood or the surprise. What do I owe you? A date?
No. Sir, I can't hear you.
What?
Your favor to me
Uh-huh.
is to be decided.
Is to be decided?
TBD. Rain check.
Oh, hell no. That's worse than signing a contract with him.
I don't do contracts.
I know. And that's good. We'll see.
No, there's no we'll see.
Oh, is a strong term
There's
here.
no we'll see.
Collectively. Just now, yes, I fucked up. I'll own this one. But for the three of us, right, we've got multiple assassins trying to kill all of us, right? So can we please, if we decide to not tell people shit, we don't tell people shit? Can we do that?
Sorry.
I'm fine with that.
Sorry, are we talking about me blabbing to her about
Yes.
plan? I mean, yeah, it was an accident.
Okay, fine. Well, shit. Well, now what? Are we? Hey, can we
Look around.
Do you want us to come along to the theater with you?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
You don't have to change plans. I just would have liked to know about it.
Okay, fine.
I mean, in my defense, I told you.
No, you did not.
I did. It just happened.
This is the realest shit. This is the realest. I'm sweating, not just because the AC is on, but this is like the real. I have had this fight. I have had this exact fight with like 3 different girlfriends. On like each side of it.
Oh, God.
No, you did.
So really, if we think about it logistically, you owe me a truth.
No.
Oof, that's new. Do not.
No.
I would not go that
No.
way.
Yewsiff laughs halfway through. He's like, I couldn't say it with a straight face.
That's not a thing. All right. Well, fuck.
Anyway, he snaps his fingers again, so the
And
sword's in his hand. He's like, this works, so that's good. And he sheathes his sword.
As he says that, like, you owe me a truth, I just in Elvish go, oh, you sweet, sweet Pooh Bear boy.
Right. Fine.
I think
Pooh
Melodious.
Bear doesn't really translate
No,
into
You
another
don't
language.
know. You don't know that.
Well, it's like Japanese where it's just like Boo Bear. Like it's very like over enunciated.
Aluva-dalan Pooh Bear.
JP Morgan Chase, blah, 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 blah. Like, if it's copyrighted, it doesn't translate.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fine.
Pooh
Fuck.
Do Bear.
All right. Well, so okay. Well, that means we have to be way less sneaky about our shit with Fee tomorrow. So, right now she's just gonna meet us. You've got your clothes sorted. I'm gonna go kind of incognito. I think.
Smart.
They can always.
No. I know what you are going to owe me,
Oh, geez.
Yewsiff.
What's that?
You don't get to be pious with Fee.
But that's the whole shtick.
Oh, that's the whole shtick, though. That's the whole shtick.
That's the whole thing.
You're gonna be on like the other side. You're not even gonna be able to see it.
So, what do you, am I like openly, or like, do I get her into the confessional booth first? You just want me to bang another one of his aunts.
Oh, no. It has nothing to do with banging. Like, you don't have to essentially, like, keep or encourage her advances, but this is a punishment for you, sir.
Yeah, but
So,
No, it's not.
yeah, but
No.
if I may interject just a little to this, we've seen Fee in a manner at present, which is fairly, let's say, well behaved. Yeah,
That's what we're trying to
maintain.
maintain, exactly.
I have a feeling that if this goes bad with Fee, and Fee is currently the paramour of the king, like, we might start a war, like a bigger war, or a different war. She may burn down parts of the town. My aunt, I know she seems very, like, tee-hee-hee, like, very, like, cutesy. But, like, there is, of all of us, of any of us, Augur's temper resides deep in her. And it is only the dances and dalliances and pretensies that keep her from going down a very dark path. So,
fine.
I can just see now that face you make, Feder, is just like, like
just
bared teeth.
Not the one. I think that
I just roll my eyes and I go, fine. Back to TBD.
take it. Take the deal.
You want to, or you're going to regret it, Yewsiff. I don't have to sleep.
That
You
I have no
do.
doubt.
Oh, God damn it.
Fine. TBD.
All right, great, let's go. And I keep walking.
All right, so where
cool.
hold on.
I'm gonna wake
It's
up
like,
shooed.
we have to we going to the spot. Where are we going?
Oh yeah, I'm walking towards the thing.
Oh, fuck.
All right, so where are you intending on going?
Well, because like there's still, I'm sure there's still a bunch of like my old hidey holes and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that towards the sink. As we're walking towards the sink, I will. Once we get into the sink, I will pull one of the people on the street aside that, you know, looks very classic me when I was younger, the information runners. Give them the description of the blackguard and just tell them, like, tell the person to, like, tell them I have their quarry and to meet me.
Indeed.
And here you go. And I toss them a couple of coins too.
Yeah, they catch it and
And make sure it's delivered quickly. We're on a time limit.
all haste. And they bow. And kind of like a courteous bow, not like a but more like a curt nod, and they back away and move on.
And I will actually take us to, like, it seems really odd, but then at the same time, as we get closer to the Carnival Mysterio, you're also kind of like, this makes a weird sort of sense, but there is a gazebo in the sink, like, on the docks. You're like, what? So I take you to, like, the gazebo, and I'm like, Yewsiff, you're gonna, like, chill here. And we're gonna wait.
Oh,
I mean-
fuck. Are we trying to do this right now?
I thought that was the plan.
No, I thought we were doing your thing.
My thing.
Yeah.
Her thing's not till midnight.
That's not till midnight.
Oh, fuck me.
We're doing this before
Okay, why am I here?
because you're
You're
bait.
the fucking bait. Jesus
No
Christ.
shit, but if I'm just sitting in a gazebo, even I could sniff that out alone. What am I doing here?
Well, no, you're not alone. I'm here with you. I said that I had you.
Well, I'm fine.
Oh, so I'm
You're
you're-
with her. I'm guessing I'm hiding.
Yeah.
Do we have? Is there like a fucking jewelry shop in this shithole that we can go real quick before these fucking people descend upon us and get a $300 diamond? I'm just putting that out there.
Not really. It's ironically, it's the jewel market
Closes.
around there is dried up a bit.
Fuck me.
Yeah, not up here. We'd have to go back to the Neil.
So you find yourselves at this gazebo, and Tezlin, you have it seems age worn. As you approach, you may wish to check it. Check for traps to ensure
Sure, see if it's still.
traps yours.
Yeah, I'll
or
help.
Someone else's.
13 is fucking 24.
that 24.
Am I doing an investigation or a survival for this?
Investigation.
Okay, 21.
21. You see the traps are there, if a bit on the age side, so it may take a little bit extra triggering, like a little more oomph to the trigger. But they're pretty much untouched, other than by time.
I kind of like point out a particular oh my god, what is the word? Not anchor. Anyway, I point out a particular point on the dock that I'm like, you hit this, might take a couple of like good kicks or something like that, but you knock it enough out of position, the whole part of this dock will collapse,
Interesting.
including the gazebo that's on it.
So, you two stand out like two pretty ponies, and I find somewhere to hide. Can I look around and see? I mean, within the docks, is there staggering? Is there a hut or a shack or someplace I could hide and keep eyes? Or
In this particular area, it's more of the docks are fairly close to the water, so you can hide underneath various docks. So you're going to get a little bit some like the water you can stand. You can stand under the docks. It's shallow enough to where you wouldn't drown if you were down there, but you would have to be underneath the dock and around it, kind of to hide yourself, obscure. It's a little bit more open. The gazebo, point being, is that it's open, alluring. So all your hiding places are underneath the dock, of the docks nearby. Not necessarily this one that's going to collapse, but
Right.
But they arch and twist around, and you could have various good points of vantage where you wouldn't be seen, but you would be wet.
Does the gazebo have
He doesn't like being wet.
like a cat? Even though I hate cats. Do I have has the gazebo got one entrance, or is it like a columned open?
It's got one entrance. It's kind of it goes to it, and then there's an opening where the gazebo is. Mm-hmm. And it's just there. Whereas there's also other docks off to the side that kind of fork around and go away. So there's just a gap here where this gazebo's...
All right. So I want to go try to find a place where if like they're going to get pulled in to the entrance of the gazebo, where I can jump up and get access behind them.
Okay. Yeah.
I think. I don't like... If I'm down, though, I can't see.
Things kind of... so there's the gazebo, a path leading to it, and then almost like a bent... a trident that's bent a little bit, so you could go around the curve and kind of see it from the sides, or you could come around towards the curve inward and be able to climb up behind them as they go to the gazebo.
Right.
This is also clearly very old, so there are spaces within the planks that are a little bit wider than others.
Right.
Yeah. And it's not a thick, sludgy water. This is a fairly light water, as if water has seeped through ground in this area, so it's not as difficult a terrain.
Homeless, vagabond types around? Is there anybody? No?
No, it's pretty clear and open.
Okay. All right. We out?
And it's starting to get dark as now the golden hour has pretty much passed, and we're getting into some purplish evening.
Okay, so...
Yeah, collapsing it won't kill them, but it'll certainly slow them down as we get away if we need to.
So on the fork of the trident, I'm going to take the left side, and I'm going to go right as it bends away, starts to bend away, and be right kind of at that corner, and I'll be kind of tucked down, hanging off the side.
Okay.
A little annoyed.
Fetter is not liking my on a whim, here we go kind of plans.
There's 1,000 different ambush spots in this city where I could at least have a fucking roof to be in.
And a little bit of time passes.
It's almost like a punishment.
Sorry, am I your captive? Are
Yep.
we? Okay, then he puts his sword back in the glove.
Roll a d4 for hours.
2.
2 hours. You wait 2 hours, which is 2 hours of Fetter in the water, 2 hours of Yewsiff sitting out like a sore thumb. The area goes quiet.
I'm sitting on the railing of the gazebo behind Fetter, or behind Yewsiff, kicking my feet the same way Yewsiff had been on the fountain.
Nice. And you guys get the sense
Yewsiff's
that
look of disdain is genuine.
Every now and then the tip of my foot just kind of like hits the back of Yewsiff.
And so, remind me, Fetter, you have a pretty good view of the gazebo and the path leading into it, so you can...
Right. I'm like, so I should be able to, looking back, there would be the gazebo, the full like U of the trident, right?
Yeah.
And then where all the roads leading into the gazebo itself.
Okay. So you'd have a pretty decent view of whoever shows up. And it's pretty quiet. There are no sounds of birds in this particular area. Sometimes at this time of night, there's a quietness that settles in this area, which you probably imagine you would take into consideration as you can hear things, echoes of footfalls and things like that. And eventually you do. You hear a slow walk. And you see coming down the path towards the gazebo, walking with pseudo-confidence, you see a tall, broad-shouldered tiefling with faded red skin, dressed in heavy black armor, and short, thick horns that seem to protrude from the forehead. They are walking down the path and eventually get to just before you and Yewsiff. You hear, "Is this the prisoner, Fetter?"
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye on things. Something feels off.
Right.
But they take a couple steps down towards the gazebo. What do you want for this prisoner?
Wait, he says Feder keep an eye on things?
No, I say
No.
DM is
Oh.
something's pinging him on his 26.
Yeah.
Right.
With his perception.
Right.
I just kind of nonchalantly be like, well, it took you long enough, so I feel like the bounty that I was going to charge you is going to go up.
Eye for detail.
Sure. The person, the tiefling, looks to the left and to the right, kind of looks back over them. Feder, you register
21.
21. You register a discomfort that seems a bit unnatural, but anyways,
From whom?
From him, this person.
Right.
Something is missed. They're looking back. That can be arranged. We'll pay whatever it takes.
Do I know this person? Have I seen him before?
Roll history.
I need like a
So
message.
yeah, it's just an
cantrip.
11.
11? You seem to remember having various scraps in training with various people as you train for Blackguard and all that. And there was one particular one that was pretty quick on the draw in combat, very good at it, very confident, and was always very laser focused. It was hard to get one over on him. His name was Barnock Grun. That's Barnok, Ghrun. In your mind, he was a bit intimidating even then, but you got the sense that if ever there was to be a special ops type of thing, he would probably work very well for this. And that that look is kind of reminding you of that. This tiefling looks back again, like, we'll pay whatever it takes.
I'm just.
I incited.
Insight?
Yeah, I insight on him, and I got oh my god, help me out, Bib. 15 plus 7.
22.
22. I got 22.
22. What are you trying to discern in this insight check?
Well, I mean, is he looking back over his shoulder because he's nervous? Is he looking back over his shoulder because he's trying to make sure that people he's waiting for is there? Are there people like? I'm trying to. It's very clear that he's looking back over his shoulder. Or he's scanning around. I'm inciting for that.
Yeah, there is a nervous energy to him. More of like looking back, trying to look for someone. Feder, you get something very similar.
Yeah, I feel like above table or whatever, he's a decoy. He's not real. Like, I need to get that information to you guys. So
he takes the guy takes a step toward, like, on the planks. He's not quite within trap range, but he's still like, let's get this over with. We are pressed for time.
Barnock?
There's a pause. Do insight for you, Yewsiff. You guys catch it. Yes, that's me. That is who I am. I'm here to pick up Yewsiff, and he says your name, but
okay, so
Yewsiff, I'm here to pick up Yewsiff.
Are you nervous, friend?
Why would I be nervous? This is out in the open. We need to do this fast. There may be people on maybe people watching. Takes a step onto the thing.
So I'm gonna cast.
I don't think this is the guy you're looking for.
I'm gonna
Just saying. It's like his hands behind his back. It's like.
I'm gonna cast.
Looks like you're both
me.
fucked in this deal. This is great.
I'm gonna cast Disguise Self. And look like one of the lesser members of the, like, a drow, like, from the carnival, right?
Mm-hmm.
I actually smack Yewsiff upside the head, and I'm like, be quiet.
And I'm gonna get up, and I'm just gonna kind of like try to stealthily get up, and then just walk into the courtyard, kind of stealthy, but like I'm just doing either a patrol or I'm going from point A to point B. I just want to insert myself into this as like a
To encourage him further in.
civilian. Yeah, either to. Well, no, he's there. He's stepped out. What I'm worried about and what I'm looking for is I have a feeling that they're out on the periphery somewhere, or that they're behind us, and I just want to be a person who can walk through this innocuously and try to just disrupt Like, I'm
Gotcha.
not planning on doing anything yet.
You want to fuck up the chi.
But I want to fuck up the chi of this because I feel like he's a plant. He's not the real dude. And if he's got like a bomb strapped to him or if he's got some horse shit going on, I want to get in there and just like fuck the chi up of the moment. So turn into and then just kind of like go down ever so slightly and then hop up onto the dock and then try to naturally just stealth in the Assassin's Creed stealth. Just try to be like a dude walking through the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will kick off the railing and just kind of put myself half in front of Yewsiff, standing there and just be like, no, I don't think so.
25, by the way, on that
25.
stealth. So cloak up.
Cloak up?
Like
Okay.
imaginary cloak up.
Gotcha.
And just kind of like walking with my like short sword, just like dum to dum.
Yeah, he doesn't register. The guy looks at you and he's like, "Listen here, lady. Mephistopheles is really
that's-
looking for this guy."
Oh, that.
I literally just start busting up laughing and I'm like, why don't
My
you go take whatever like craziness you're dealing with and go tell the real people that I'm waiting for the real thing.
Look, let me just pay you. Let me just pay you and just let me go.
I am scanning
Okay.
for any.
A few things. As you laugh, he starts to look like cautiously. Feder, you hear at first a sort of
Yep.
and there was a moment where you're standing there looking at this guy, and then suddenly, in a green crackle, a burst, he explodes,
Yeah.
and the form just shatter like the trap triggers, starts caving things in.
I'd be like, get
As
out!
just viscera
Like,
is there, and yeah, that's all you see at the moment. Everything starts to quiet down. And Feder, you think you hear in the distance, quite a ways in the distance, kind
oh yeah.
of running like in the far distance.
Full chase mode. Stealth, like quickened rogue cunning action, fucking
Yeah.
90 feet per, like, let's go.
Yeah, as you're trying to catch up with whatever. Feder, roll a first. No, just do a deck saving throw as you hear the whistle, the whine again.
Yeah, fucker. That is a 23.
23. There is a moment where the whistle kind of stops, and then you feel the air shift ever so slightly, and you move out of the way just as another one of these explosions
Yeah.
and shatter the dock there, and you leap. There's another one nearby that you're able to get a hold of, and
And that would be evasion too. So like anything that could hurt me from that.
yeah, yeah. How much? What would it?
I got a 23.
23?
Just so it says like when you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take only half damage, you instead take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw and only half damage if you fail.
Got it. Yeah.
So,
So yeah, you managed not to take any
So
damage.
tick, 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 and then I just like, woof, and it just like, fuck.
Yeah. And as you keep running, for whatever reason, you notice that you hear footfalls in the distance, and they seem to be getting a little bit closer. But you do hear another whistle, another deck save.
Oh, I'm gonna.
While this is happening, I like tap Yewsiff on the shoulder and I'm like, come on, let's go. And we'll kind of like leap over the railing and go down one of the connecting docks. And I just kind of shout to Feder, basically, or I shout to him over the explosions, keep heading north and you'll find the carnival.
Okay, that was less great. That's a 12.
A 12. And this thing is you take half on a failure and,
yeah.
and none on a success.
Yeah.
You take 20 damage as a burst happens just to your left.
20's halved.
Yep.
Yeah,
And it
okay.
is lightning damage as it crackles out as it hits and kind of causes a mini crater in the ground nearby.
But yeah, you called to me and it just kind of throws my attention ever so slightly, and it just
Sorry.
like it just like blows, and I get shot off like into a crate, and then right myself, and then just keep running with like a little singe up my arm.
So I was going to just try deception to help, and I rolled a nat 20. So as she's pulling me away, I'm like, lady, we are under attack. Give me back my sword. I can help you. As she's pulling me up the dock.
There is no one there but you two.
Yeah,
Well, that I can see, but I know I don't.
Oh yeah,
I'm
so
not
you would
good at
know
seeing
necessarily.
them, so I'm just
There's
I'm trying
bits
to
and
play it
pieces
up.
of random ruffian.
Yeah, and
Number two.
I look over my shoulder as I'm leaping over the railing and being like, Yewsiff, they can't hear you and they're not around. Let's go.
I don't know that they're not around.
Just move your ass.
All right, fine. I pull my hands out from behind my back and I start running.
Okay, and you guys are a ways behind. I would say, Feder, you get a few twists and turns, and eventually you get to a long stretch of street, and at the far end of it, you see short, blood red skinned tiefling with black leather armor and a dark red cloak. And they have an insignia, but they're far enough away to where they are about maybe 100 feet away.
Right.
At this point, just in this brief moment when you turn the corner and see them, they have horns that emerge from their forehead and curl over back before ending at an upturn. And they start... they look at you for a brief moment before firing another one at you and then start running. Another deck save. Just they look and...
Come on, you sweet babies. Come on, evasion. It's gonna be close. That's a 15.
Just saves. as you now you were able to see this tiefling fire thing at you,
so
that you were able to kind of guess based off their arm the trajectory and dash.
Turning the corner, and I want to just cut almost into a baseball slide as I come around the corner, and it just crests over my head, and I roll out as it explodes, and then get back up, just just that kind of my legs almost come out from under me. And the thing that I'm doing is I clock them, right? Is I also, the next thing I want to do...
Clock us, you mean?
I clock...
This tiefling.
The upturned horn tiefling. Now I'm going to slow to half my movement just for one round and do an eye for detail, and try to see if I can find the other three.
Other three?
Yeah.
Okay. For your eye for detail, do the roll.
12 is 23.
23. You don't see anyone else. This seems to be a solo mission as far as you can tell.
Right. And so I just I shift down a gear and then I just tuck right back in after him.
Okay. So how much movement are you able to make in a round?
So there would be one round, right? So I'm doing 90 feet. I'm doing 90 feet around.
Okay.
So I'm just move, double move to bonus move to dash, movement, action to dash. So I'm triple dashing. I would slow down for one round to 15 feet. Right.
Okay.
Just to do the eye for detail. And then I would crank it right back up. The next 6 seconds, I would crank it right back up to 90.
Okay. So since I don't have a map for this, let's do
Quick
this.
time sequence.
So,
Dude,
As that explosion that he baseball slid past happens, I'll kind of I'll clock where it happened, and I'll aim my trajectory towards that.
toward the explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're starting to hear it too as he's been going on. Just so they were 100 feet away from you, and you did a 15 for this round.
For one round.
15.
And then I'm back up to 90.
So
And I've been doing 90 out the gate, however many rounds that is. So if I've done 2 deck saves, it's 180 feet.
So you gain on them a little bit, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Because they're not moving as fast, but they're also focused and concentrating as they're running too. So it looks like they're trying to gear up again. And once again, they turn back and just and do another dash shot at you. Deck save.
Let's go, dude. I was built for this. Let's go.
And
Come
she's
on,
making a
fucker.
run for it.
Yeah, not on my fucking watch. Yeah, sir. 12 is a dirty 20.
12, yeah, no damage. As another one just misses because she's throwing back behind her wildly now as she's running, and you're starting to gain on her at this point.
Right.
So we'll do this in a way for the next round. Do your speed, and we'll do kind of a
we'll
base it off of this.
We'll go 90, and then so what happens is I see it coming, and I run, and I just do a wall run, just come up and just tick 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 as it just to get it past me, and then come down onto the docks again, and I'm just gonna whistle something weird and ominous, just
okay.
just like some like weird old Zafan like cryptic thieves can't shit.
Yeah, and you hear as the figure's running ahead of you, just a slight like giggle, almost a playful, mean giggle.
Mm-hmm.
And as they're running, they turn and reach out their hand, and this time, the water around you starts to form ice crystals, and a wall of ice shoots up between you two. Just as you get to it, you would have been within range to like do something.
Right.
They brought a wall up there, and they
Please vault over and stab her in the head.
and they're still running after that. So you'd have to climb around it basically.
Right. So I want to whatever like is there on the sides, if it's like barrels or shacks or whatever.
Yeah,
or
some
like,
carts. You have some. You can do some parkour shit.
Yeah, 100%.
This is meant to slow you down a little bit to give them a little bit of
full parkour shit.
yeah.
Are they running the same way we are? Like, are we about to converge at all? Or?
No, they're running away. So like, you guys are. I'm assuming are you trying to go around and try to cut off, but they're running more straight line down a basic main road.
So
I am kind of like ducking into things and taking little shortcuts that I know and just hoping that Yewsiff is keeping up with me.
Okay, so for you, roll a d20. Just a straight d20 and proficiency, and then Feder, what were you gonna say?
So I nudge, like I try to slide over a cart that's between like the ice wall, and like I count for the ice that's the wall, but I don't see the ice that's in the back of the cart, and I slip and tumble out of the back. I got a 2.
A 2?
And
Okay.
just kind of like boom, 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 and kind of roll for a second and slide to a stop.
So that cost you a little bit of time as they managed to dash this turn to get 60. So they're pushing a little bit further to try to get enough range to be able to turn back and do something again. And you see that they've gained a little bit, but you could still catch up with them
Oh, yeah.
in another round or two, if that. Tasman, what'd you get?
23.
23. You could probably head her off. You know a few different paths that would work really well and circuitous around. And she's turning a little bit, meaning she's losing distance as opposed to she's starting to go a bit lateral. Like, so you have a path that you can take. So about one more of this, and you could probably catch up.
Yeah.
And as she's running, she sees you tumble but spin. Even though you lost some time, you're able to get up again.
Yeah.
And start charging for her. And another,
How far away?
I would say maybe only 60 at this point.
Okay. So
The little bit gave her, she was originally going to be like 30 or 40, but she managed to get
Right.
to like 60 from where you are.
So
and she's
what
still
I
moving.
want to do is fuck. Okay. Yeah, here's what we're going to do. Insightful fighting.
Okay.
That is a 17.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go 30 feet. So that'll put me 30 feet out. And then, like, sharpshooter, motherfucker. And I'm going to throw one of the poison-tipped daggers
Okay.
at her. Did we
Gotcha.
say her? Them. Whatever. Ugh, God.
They stop to tell you, and then you just kill.
Yeah.
It's they, you jackass.
16 to hit? No, 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I know if the insightful fighting worked?
For advantage?
Well, no, it doesn't give me advantage, but it lets me use sneak attack.
Yes, it works.
Okay, here we go.
That poisony goodness.
Yes, love those 6s. So it's 12, 15, 24, 29 points of damage.
How much?
29 plus 2 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Nice trick. You can stay in chat, or this could go very poorly for you.
They keep running, but as they turn back, they use a different hand, and you see like 3 attempted spell attacks, bursts coming your way. This isn't the same as the thing that you were dodging. So we've got oh goodness, 26 to hit.
Uncanny dodge. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll take it. But
So the first one's uncanny dodge.
yeah,
And
well,
then-
but it'll that just halves the damage
Got it.
of. I use my reaction to have the damage of whatever this is.
Whatever this is gonna be. Okay.
Yeah.
18, then 25.
Halved.
And then
to
17.
hit. Okay.
Yeah,
These are the hits.
Yeah, these are hits.
All 3 hit. How
Okay.
about that? So we'll do uncanny dodge on the first one.
The first one?
Yeah.
Let's see. Luckily enough, the first one, 11 damage. As this bolt just hits you.
And that's the halved one, or
That's the first one, the very first one. So if you have that one, then yes.
okay. So that goes to what, 5?
5, yes. And then the next one is 21 damage. As this one hits more directly center in the chest. Mm-hmm. And then last one is 13. Just first one you're able to dodge, but because of the momentum of your running, this one she adjusted her hit.
Right.
And she's just finishing the run, her move. She only got 30 movement on this because of the attack.
Yeah. I am like the singe mixed with like the ice just sticking out of me. Like I am properly fucked up right now. I am like staggering and like a little bit of like, come on, you fucker. Like,
All
right, so now at this point, because she has slowed down to make this attack, this was a much more concentrated multi-attack. This took a little extra time. She lost some speed. You rolled really well. Mm-hmm. You're starting to head her off a little bit at the pass, so I think you're just about almost parallel off of a different road. So you have... What are you gonna do? You're pretty close.
I am assuming I'm across the way.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an opening. Yeah, between a couple of different stands on this road. And
Yeah. Well within 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just shout at her, hey, play with somebody else who knows how to fight back, and then I'll cast Shatter.
Okay, folks, I know we're in the middle of a chase, but it's getting late, and my personal assistant, where the hell he went to, tells me that I need to sober up for the journey ahead, whatever that means. Let's do this again next time, yeah? You booze me even more of the exceptionally exciting tales from these Demon Days.